How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 called Terre Haute Agriculture. And before we get going, I want to give a big shout out to one of the channel members, Ken Adlam. Ken, want you to come home safe and sound. We're thinking about you here on the channel, and I know that there's a lot of people here, and including myself, that want to make you see, or want to see you have a full recovery. So you take care, and hopefully we can see you around here again very, very soon. You stay safe. We'll see you soon, bud. So, on to the description. We have, for Terre Haute Agriculture, it says, "Welcome to Terre Haute Agricultural Farm. This is a fictional map where you can do farming, forestry, and animal husbandry, which is a beautiful, and the fields are very large. This map is mainly based on big agriculture. Accordingly, agricultural areas and their locations have been determined. Initially, you can explore the map with the owner of the farm and livestock farm, as well as 2 agricultural plots. On the map, you will find the following: 8 fields, 1 BGA, various productions and sales points, octagonal buildings. Productions are available, grain mill, and what's more, you can add it wherever you want, however you want. All DLCs are fully supported. Have fun exploring the map. There are mods required for this map, starting with the Hall with Cooling Chamber by Farmer 5 Tom, Package Mega Silo by Lost Gamer, American Shed by Ekus, Wide Garage by Ekus, Lizard Cow Barns by Mr. Hector, My Apartment by Grimlock RRC, Medium Bale Shed by Michael LS, Big Storage Garage by Ekus, Sheep Barn by Broody TV, Metal Garage by Ekus, American Midwest Maintenance Shop by Ekus, American Midwest Cold Storage by Ekus. We've got American Midwest Truck Shop by Ekus and American Midwest Fertilizer Shed by Ekus. This map was created by AE Mapping and is 115.94 megabytes to download. If we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. We start out here on the first portion of the farm, because the farm is actually kind of technically broken up into 2 separate farms. But we start out here on, we'll call it part 1 of our starting farm, and we own farmlands number 1 and 3. 1 being part of our starting farm and a wheat field ready to harvest, and 3 also being a part of our farm and another wheat field ready to harvest. You cannot buy all areas of the map, and the map is expensive. It is really expensive. Farmland number 4, 5,868,000. We've got farmland number 6 here for 4,196,000. 1.7. We've got 1.7 again, and that's pretty much it. And you got the biogas plant, the cheapest thing on the map, $173,000. It's going to be a lot to buy land on this map. And I just realized you can't buy this. You can't buy this chunk right here. This cotton field right here, you cannot buy it. Yeah, you can't buy it at all. That's, well, that might need to be updated. So yeah, that's something that I just noticed. There are animals on this map. You start out with a sheep barn and a cow barn. Contracts are available. No production chains to start out with, and there are no collectibles to start out on this map. And there are no mods specific to this map. Nothing under the build or buy menus. Let's see, and that includes no additional painting swatches as well. Now, because we start here at the starting farm, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting equipment. Starting out with, under the buy menu and owned items, we have under medium tractors a John Deere 6250R. Large tractors, we have a John Deere 8R 410, another 8R 410, a Fendt 942 Vario, a Claas Axion 960, another Claas 960, and a Fendt 942 Vario, so we have 2 of those, a New Holland T8 435 Genesis, a John Deere 7R 350, and that is it. You get quite a bit of starting tractors. Under harvesters, the Claas Lexion 8900, trailers, we have the Krone GX 520, as well as the Crampy Big Body 750S, header for your Claas. We've got under plows the Kverneland PW112, cultivators the Vaderstat NZ Extreme 1425, under seeders the Amazon Citan 15001C, sprayers, the Hardy Arion 5200 Delta Force. Under manure spreaders, we have the Bergman TSW 6240W. Under slurry tanks, the Flegel PFW 18000 Max Line Plus. Under balers, the Fendt Squadra 1290 UD. Under bale loaders, the Accrusion FSX 6372. Under front loaders, the John Deere 700M. And under front loader tools, we have the Flegel Ruby 2000. This is the bucket with the sugar beet cutter attached to it. And that is all your starting equipment. So let's go ahead and start making our way around the starting farm. Directly behind me is the sleep trigger. And, oops, over here is the wardrobe trigger, right there. We then have, over here, our starting silo. We have our input for it right there. And our output, I believe, is right here. Over here, you can see fuel tank underneath that awning right there. Continuing around back, way into the back. Way back here, we have a bale shed. Right here. Nothing in it, as you can see, but room for 250 bales. And then way over here on this side of the farm, we have the mega silo system. So it's another silo. So we technically have two silos. Now, I will say the silo that's up front there, directly in front of me there, it says it's for fertilizer, but I checked and it does take other crops. But this one is the mega silo, and it's supposed to hold pretty much everything here as well. So you ought to be good to go. Now let's find some, I think we're going to take this set of equipment here. Bunch of barns and buildings. Stuff is stored just about everywhere. Go ahead and open the gate. All right. So we'll head out the farm. Go around the house. We'll head down the drive all the way to the main road down here to the south. Got a very, very long driveway. And this is no slouch of a starting field. This is a really impressively large starting field. So, although it's going to take you a while to build up the funds necessary to buy any plots of land on this map, I mean, you're not going to struggle, per se. You're going to be able to, I mean, you got tons of equipment, you got tons of stuff that you can work with right off the jump. And yeah, it's going to be one of those kind of maps where monster equipment and monster farming. So coming up here, we'll make a left. And as you can see, we're coming up to the biogas plant. We'll enter right here. We have our liquid output right there, aka our digestate. Liquid input is right here. Our solid input is directly in front of me. And the trigger for the production point is right here. You can purchase this for $1,673,280. We'll hop back in and make our way out. As far as I can tell, though, this is a standard biogas plant. Doesn't take any additional crops or anything like that. Pull back out. Head back to the main road. Going directly across the street right back here. Here is the Red Marble Bowling Restaurant sell point. Whoops, oops, 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 oops. Easy. Looking down at my notes. Let's see. Now turning in here. This is the grain mill. We'll stop. Can purchase for $96,000. Output there. Input on top of the hill over there. Let's see. Across the street. Oops, should have enough cut through right there. I think it's around back. Here we have the lime station. It's a lime buy point. And then across the street once more, we have the South Valley Biomass Energy Cell Point right here. It does have a wood cell trigger right there. And now heading across the street one more time, going all the way back here. We follow this, and we'll just kind of take the long way around the back side here to Johnson's Farmers Market sell point right there. We have both a grain input as well as a solids, like pallets, input there as well. Now we have a little bit of a drive. We have to go kind of backtracking. And now we're just going to follow this on down, and the next stop we're going to make is at the, what I'll refer to as part 2 of our starting farm. So we're just going to keep on driving out to the west. Now just past this house on the right, that is the driveway that leads up to the main starting farm, the part 1. So right here, that is the driveway. And now we are on new terrain heading out towards farm number 2, or part 2 I should say. So coming up here is the driveway for farm number 2. Here it is right here, so we're going to want to turn and follow this out. And you can see all the barns and buildings right over there. And then we'll pull in. So tucked around this side over here. Stop right here. If we open this door here, and then, nope, we need to, where is it? Not close the gate. There it is, open gate. This is a sheep barn. We have our input for feed here, and the sheep, where you can actually purchase them, if it'll let me open. Oh, there we go. It's right here. Room for 450 sheep. So we'll cut back through. We have a slurry tank, a manure heap. What I believe back here is a bale and pallet storage. If we come over here, you can see this is all the makings of a bale and pallet storage. It says open dialog storage. It says storage is empty. But there's nothing here that says how many pallets or bales or whatever you have stored in here. So I'm not 100% certain as to why that is, if there's going to be any kind of functionality issues or anything, I don't know. A couple of bunker silos right here, and then along the back side here, we have a cow barn. So we have slurry input there, we got feed input down the lane there, bale input there, milk output there, and here is the dialog box. If I back up, there we go. Room for 300 cows. So now we head out of the farm area here and continue on the tour. Taking this all the way back out to the main road. Once we get here, we're going to make a right. And now, coming up here, to our left is our next point of interest. We'll follow this around the back. We'll squeeze through here. And this is the Grocery Mart sell point. We'll continue to follow this around and out. And go right next door to our next point of interest. And right over here is a shop trigger and repair trigger. Shop being right here in front of us. Right there. And then repair is back over here. Again, heading next door. Gas station off to the left. Over there, off to the left, is the Feed and Grain South sell point. And now we need to take this dirt track all the way to the north. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fast forward it here to show us getting to the destination, but not make you take as long as it's going to take me. Alright, and now we are pulling up on the last set of interests up here in the northwest corner of the map. Here we have the animal dealer directly in front of me. So if you want to purchase animals for your animal pens and pastures, you can come to this location and use this icon, or at the pens and pastures themselves, so you can use the same exact icon to purchase your animals. If you use either one of these icons, you will incur an additional fee. The animal dealer is essentially delivering the animals for you when you use this this icon directly. So you can see here it adds up pretty quick, that delivery fee. $100 per adult cow. We have room for 300 cows. 60 cows, $6,000. Extract that out. You're paying a lot just in that delivery fee. To save that money though, bring an animal trailer to this location, load directly into the animal trailer itself, and then deliver the animals for yourself. You'll save that money. So that again adds up pretty quickly, especially if you're doing a lot with animals. And around the backside over here, we have the animal dealer sell point. And that's it. That is everything here on Terre Haute Agricultural. Now it is time to render my opinion and let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. And I'm not going to hide the ball on this one. I'm not a fan of this one. This one just doesn't speak to me whatsoever. It's extremely flat. I mean, with a little bit of exception. You can see there's a bit of a hill right over there, but for the most part, it's flat, and it's really huge. It's massive. And there's an issue with not being able to buy that one farmland. So I don't know. It's not a map for me. It's just, that's what it boils down to. Is it's not my kind of playing style. Um, if you like big fields, if you like square fields, this is the map for you, and that's fantastic. Like I said, not for me, and for that reason alone, I'm probably gonna give this map uh, 1.5, somewhere in that ballpark, because, like I said, it's just not that interesting to me. There's a couple of issues on this map as well, besides the one that I found there originally. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right back to the kind of main starting farm where we were at. Now you look around and you can see these very American style barns and buildings. This is very much an American style area here. But then you look at this huge mega silo back here, and as far as I'm aware, this is a more of a Brazilian style farm silo system. And it just kind of doesn't stand out. At least I've seen this used on almost exclusively Brazilian styled maps or South American style maps. So to see this here really kind of was jarring and kind of brought me out of things a bit. And then you kind of look around and you see a few other buildings that really don't necessarily add up. At least I think. I'm not 100% certain about this building here, and where this kind of stacks up on the farm itself. But you see, like, pretty much every building is the kind of red-sided building for the most part. There's a couple of exceptions here in the back, but I don't know. It's very big, very flat, very kind of plopped down, and that's part of the reasons why I don't like this specific farm. And then you've got this building here, and it's supposed to be the My Apartment mod, but I mean, it doesn't look like a normal house. So because it doesn't look like a house, it just seems very odd. Now, maybe this is supposed to be like a kind of cooperative style farm where you're here and you're renting apartments kind of thing for the workers and all that. That might be the case, and maybe it's my misunderstanding as to what is kind of being portrayed on this particular farm build. It might be that kind of style where it's like an American style cooperative, and you've got a lot of workers in the specific area, and they all need their own place to stay. That would actually, now I'm kind of saying it out loud, kind of makes sense. So I'm not gonna really pick on this too much, but I don't know. It's just, like I said, something about this just doesn't speak to me. And then the other farm on the other side of the map here is vastly different than what was over on the other side of the map over there. You can see just the entire style changes over here. And again, if this is all the same farm, the same owner, all this stuff, it just doesn't make sense why the style shift would occur so drastically. Again, it might be nitpicking and stuff like that, but that's just something that kind of is catching my eye, is the kind of plunked down nature of all the farm area here, all the buildings that are being used, the like mega structures over there. You got the shopping center and all that stuff, the grocery mart. All of them are just kind of plopped in the middle of a concreted area with hardly any decorations. It really just kind of stands out, and you can't buy them. That's honestly, in my opinion, one of the worst parts. You got like the grocery area. It's plopped down in this this concreted area here, and it's just, you can't decorate it. You can't do anything with it. Same thing with the shop area. You can't really do much with that either. There's nothing you can do because you can't buy them. So all the areas that really kind of matter on the map, you can't do anything with them because they are just there. And then you've got this area here, this kind of Johnson's Farmers Market. This doesn't necessarily make sense to me either, and the reason being is because it's so far out in the way of the main road area. It doesn't make sense that it'd be so far off the beaten path that you would actually have a viable business this far out and away from things. I mean, again, there's obviously going to be exceptions to that rule, all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't add up to me. Again, might be nitpicking, might be kind of looking at things the wrong way, but I don't know. Again, what it boils down to, at the end of the day, it's just not the map that I would be playing on. outside of that, color palette's fine. Not anything that kind of sticks out too much with me. But really, the amount of color palette that you get is from the trees that line the road and the fields themselves. It's very few in the ways of anything outside of that, because it's pretty much just fields. In the south, you get a little bit of town feel, but these are absolutely massive, and you're going to be spending hours upon hours upon hours doing anything on this map. So yeah, at the end of the day, not my kind of map. I give it about a 1.5. But before I go, let me make sure I try and say this whenever I give a not so great review on the map, is that I am grateful for every single map that is put out there. I'm grateful to every single map maker, modder, etc. because one, they're doing this for free. They deserve to have they don't deserve disrespect. They deserve thanks and praises because they do this stuff at a great time expense to them and for free to us. So even though I don't necessarily care for the map, I am grateful that it's out there, because I'm not going to be the only person out there that's going to be like, you know what, Dave, you're wrong. You're wrong about this map. I disagree with you, and that's fine. If you disagree with me, that's absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I hope you have an absolute blast playing it. It's just not my kind of map. So at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. But that is everything here on Terre Haute Agricultural. I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. The shows you're engaged with the channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.